Hi, welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Well, tonight we'll be using the videos that have been released today with the unboxings. So we've got, oops, I forgot the book. Okay, the book for the Wairuarwhakatinana. And it's New Zealand Maori deck that I got today for the I got the New Zealand Oracle deck today with New Zealand flora and fauna. Okay, this is by Holly Rose Brommer from her Etsy shop. Okay, the Etsy shop is called Holly Rose Creative. Absolutely gorgeous deck, beautiful. I haven't worked with it yet because I only just got it today. So if anyone wants a message from this deck, please let me know because I want to do a bit of practicing with this deck, so maybe on my next live as well. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that today because I've still got a lot of work to do with it to really do some real readings with it, but I may do some messages for people. Now, today's messages are really going to be with this the Sacred Fractal Tarot, Vesta's Art Sacred Fractal Tarot that I created myself, and you'll be able to see the images as we do readings today. With that deck, you can see the boarded, only because of there's so much going on with the cards, as you can see. So I'm hoping you can sort of see the images. Yeah, that's the Lovers. So yeah, this is only a pocket size at the moment. I will try and create a larger size deck at some stage. I haven't got around to doing it yet. Just wanted to get that printed out for me, and I love pocket size decks, which is why I got it. The other deck I got today, of course, which you may have seen the video. Sorry, if not, go back and have a look. Is the Love Oracle that I created today as well. So hopefully you'll enjoy some of those images as we do some messages for today. So I'm not sure who's going to come in and say hello and who wants a reading or anything like that. So let's just grab my glasses and let's have a look at some messages for today. So just take a moment and take a breath. What I'm going to start with is the Vesta's Art Sacred Fractal Tarot. Now, I don't know, I actually need the light put on. I feel like I'm never quite sure whether it's dark enough or too dark or too light or what. It'd be great to get some brilliant lighting. But unfortunately, not always possible. Okay, I've got incense going, Japanese. I'm just trying to watch the way it's sort of leaning. Right, don't want to burn cards or anything like that. Very careful. Right, let's see. Oh, here we go. Straight away, we've got justice with decisions needing to be made. It's a sense of the warrior and leader energy about it. So there's definitely about being a leader in your life. Hi, Red Moon Venus. Oh, bonjour. Je parle un peu français, but not very well. 9 o'clock in the morning, so you won't be able to stay long, unfortunately. C'est ça va? Here it is 7 p.m. C'est 5 ans. Bonjour. Comment ça va? Les 15 heures. Les 15 heures maintenant. Jeudi. Les 15 heures jeudi. Vendredi. Jeudi. Oh, Nouveau-Zélande. J'habite en Nouveau-Zélande. So we have the Empress and Queen of Cups. So the Empress is talking about abundance, bounty, motherhood, fertility. She's also the healer. So she's very caring and very nurturing. And it's interesting because we've got the Queen of Cups as well, which is again that social. C'est l'autre bout du monde. Oui, oui, c'est juste. C'est vrai. Hi, Shada. Oh, my first name is Paula. I'm shutting up now and listening. C'est sauvage. C'est sauvage. C'est sauvage. Shada. First name is Paula. Je m'appelle Paula. So now I'm thinking in both French and English. Switch back to English. So my name's Paula, if you want to know who I am. Hecate is actually the goddess that I work with in my ritual work. So, but for business, through meditation, it was Hecate's crossing. But for my ritual work, it's Hecate. But Paula, yeah. Yep, it's spelled that way, that's right. So I don't know if you've seen my videos that I've put up today of my decks that I've created. 2 of them arrived today, so I'm going to work with them. Also today arrived was the Warua Whakatanina, which is the flora and fauna New Zealand, or flowers and plants, and flowers, plants and animals New Zealand deck. Oh, the deck that I created, yes. I have a lot more that I've created, but this is 2 more that arrived today. So I just got a pocket size for the tarot deck. And this is the artwork here. So I was just looking at the Empress was the message today, and the Queen of Cups. So very much about taking care of self, nurturing, abundance, very much about self-love. Taking care of your digestive system is also very important. Again, you've got that energy coming through. So anyway, I'll show you some of the cards if you're interested in having a look. That's Pentacles. There's the Sun card, the Fool. So you'll see them as I do some readings with those. The other deck that came out is my Vestas Art Love Oracle. So that came in today as well. This is a much larger deck, of course, as you can see. So the tarot and the Love Oracle. Now all the pictures, all the images, this one is all landscape. And this is my artwork as well. This deck was inspired when I was spending a lot of time on Sue Network, on TSU. It's a network that was around 2015, 16, before they closed down, and they're hoping to re-establish it at some stage, but I'm not sure when. But anyway, this is a deck that was inspired by a lot of the people that I spent time with on there. So you can sort of see, just to show you some of my artwork. And I used Magic 7 for it. Back to nature, communication. There's a friendship one. get your groove on. Whirlwind, get creative, date night, the long road ahead. It depends on the deck. Every deck was different. I've made about, I don't know, too many, 18. Hi, Danny. Just sort of explaining about the decks that I'm using. So, yeah. Red Moon Venus came in, so I don't know whether she wants a reading, wants a message through, or Shader. And Danny, yes, definitely. I will do some messages. So for the love readings tonight is definitely with the Love Oracle. Okay, but I've also got the Sacred Fractal Tarot as well, which is quite different. Very abstract art. Okay, so we've got wands, swords, pentacles, and cups. That's pentacles as well. Wands. So just so you can sort of see some of the colorways. Pentacles, swords. And then the major arcana have words on here, but they also got the universal shapes here. So they all mean something like this fourfold pattern. So that's about the 4 directions and, you know, when things happen in square. Oh, the Love Oracle, they've all got black borders, but the Love Oracle. Oh, Caroline, yeah, no worries. Anytime. Yeah, anytime. Come back for a reading. Try and do a couple of nights a week if I can. I'll have it already scheduled, always scheduled on my on my channel. So yeah. So Shader, what message what was your topic that you wanted to think about in regards to the love? So yeah, just let me know questions and I'll just pop them into the chat and I will just scroll back and when I get your reading and just so you can sort of see some of the images that I've created. I've got other decks. What type of relationship? Okay, let's have a look. H. You want to know how to navigate? Okay, Shader. Okay, let's have a look. Now, remember, I only got these today, so I haven't worked with them really yet. Not physically. I have on the computer, on my Orphalese software, but not physically. So this is all new. So, yeah. I have them available on Make Playing Cards. They are available for sale. So you can go through to Make Playing Cards, and I will put, I think I'll put a link on there. So, okay, let's have a look what we get. Connect to the wild woman within. Oh, that sounds very Connect to the wild woman within. Okay, it's the first card. And the second card is talking about wisdom gained from past experiences. So, Shader, I think it's very important for you to look at the past experiences that you've had, acknowledge the past experiences that you've had in life and how you've dealt with other relationships and things like that, and look at things that you may feel hasn't been right for you, and then some things that have worked. Look at that sort of stuff. But it's also about connecting with the wild woman within. So you're looking at the passion that lies within you. You're looking at the freedom that actually lies within you, which is super important. And the last card is making sure that you have the chakras that you're sending, that you're feeling balanced and realigned within oneself as well is super important. And that's going to allow you to actually move ahead in this journey that you're moving in. So making sure that you may be working with your chakras. Do you know much about chakras in that, Shada? I wasn't sure. Yep, blah. Yep, just add your list in and I'll add your question and I'll scroll back to you when I get when it comes up. I've got a few to do. So yeah, so Shada is about you connecting to the wild woman that lies within you as you look at your past experiences. It's super important, and that's going to allow you to navigate where you want to be, making sure that you're feeling very aligned and in balance. Oh, you studied them with the yoga teacher? Cool. So you know about doing yoga, making sure you're staying in balance and all that thing is really important. Oh, something else flew out here. It's about communicating clearly, about not betraying who you are as an individual and being able to communicate clearly. It's a very spiritual card, but also very much about your third eye in this case as well. So I'm getting quite a lot of seeing the truth of the situation as you move through the situation as well is super important. It's going to allow you to navigate in the direction that you actually want to be in. So I hope that sort of gives you some idea about some steps that you can take to where you want to be within your journey. Okay, that's super important. So look, I wasn't sure whether the others. So don't know whether Danny did a question yet. No, Danny hasn't done a question yet. So I'm just waiting for Danny's question as well. I'll do the question that's coming up. So blah. So I'll do questions as they come up. Okay, if you put in a question, I will do it, but it'll just take me some time. Blah. Will over energy remove entry from my credit report? Okay, that one I'm going to have to use my tarot deck for. That's not really a love question as such. So blah. Oh, swords. Very much of a swordy thing here. Now my eyesight's really bad, and what did I do with the one thing that I'm doing there? Oops, sorry guys, I just lost something that I need. Oh, here it is, right behind the computer. So, because my eyesight's so bad. So we've got Page of Swords, Two of Swords, and King of Swords. So, blah. Will your energies remove entry from your credit? Will over energy remove entry from my credit report? I have a request to them. Oh, okay, got you. Okay, so Page of Swords, of course, is about the truth seeker. So you're waiting to find the truth of the situation. We've got Two of Swords here, so that's telling me that it's going to be peace restored. So I feel like everything's going to move in the right direction. It sounds like things are going to work out okay. And here you've got the King of Swords. I said, didn't I? Still working on these decks. Yep, King of Swords. I only got them today, so I'm just sort of starting to get used to them physically. Of course, a bit different than working on the computer. So King of Swords is a sense of quite practically taking or being logical and being quite analytical about getting it sorted. So yes, I feel like it is going to be sorted. It just feels like it's going to be done for you. Blah. It does feel like very much so. Tells me 10 of Pentacles tells me everything's going to come together in the right. You're going to have that abundance, that fruition that you need in your life. I feel like there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. Feels like everything's going to be a-okay with it all. So yeah. So yeah, go for it. Yep. Yeah, just type your question in. All good. you've got a question. Can I get a reading? Okay, thanks. Yeah. Yep, Danny, just type your question in so I can see what your question will be. So I can see what your question will be. So Danny. Oh, okay. Sorry, it was up here. Yep. I'm Leo. Elizabeth is Aquarius. I want to know if we're going to be reconciled. Okay. So yeah, I felt like that was all coming together. Oh no, blah. I didn't know about time frame. I think there's a lot of influence, a lot of things that need to come into play first, and it will come in. It will happen, but it just might take some time. So Leo, I want to know if we will be reconciled. So you're talking about reconciliation. Okay, this is Colour My World, firstly. So there's obviously something very connected. It's important to have a date night. That feels like there is a possibility of actually going out together. Again, we've got that. I think this card's going to come up quite a lot tonight. It's about wisdom gained from past experiences. So it's about, yes, it feels like she's very important to you, and it feels like there's going to be a date night, or you wish for a date night to be happening, of course, but it comes from past. Oh, I feel like, okay, you wish for it to actually happen. Feels like she's your world. You know, she colors your world, so to speak. And you want a date night, which is really important, but it comes from past experiences. So it's looking at things from what has happened. And so it may be a need to get creative. Get creative in the way that you want it. Yeah, well, I've got the word I got the card here, get creative from it. So maybe you need to do something that's a little bit, something that is creative, that's going to allow her to feel like you really care, that you are really serious about whatever it is that you need to do to that. It says, listen to your own beat. Well, that's interesting. So it's about trusting your own intuition, trusting what's really important for you, and allowing yourself to get creative in the date that you want. So you might have to do something that's quite special, maybe do something that you feel that she wants to do. It's really looking at, listening to her, what she wants to, where she wants to go. What do you think that she would feel very special about? So I'm getting get creative and listen to your own beat. So trusting your own intuition, trusting what feels right within you, and that's going to make a difference to where you're going to be, Danny. So I really believe that, yes, it's all, yes, the way that she made you feel. Yes, you want a date night. It's looking at past experiences and what do you need to change in regards to your past experiences. Okay, what do you need to change? So there might be a need to get really creative and really listen to your own intuition and what's really you feel that would be important for her. I think that's really important. So that's going to be the message there. Okay. Now we've got Mons. This is tarot card reading. Would love to know when I'll get my mobile home. Okay, there might be things that you might need to do first. Mobile home. Mobile home. Okay, there's decisions yet to be made. Feels like your actions are going to have consequences. So what actions have you actually taken, Mons, to achieve this result? It's all about the actions that you actually take. Here you've got the King of Wands. So it's about being I'm going to say an entrepreneur. So it's about looking at what do you actually need to do to achieve your result. Hi, Julie. So I feel like you've got to, Mons, you've got to really think about what do you actually want to achieve, what decisions do you actually need to make, what actions do you need to actually take. Here you've got 8 of Pentacles. So there might be some tasks that you need to finish first. I think you might need to do your checkbox, Mons, in regards to your mobile home. There's some things that you might need to do. Yeah, Mons, I feel like there's some things that you might need to actually do a bit of a checklist to achieve your goal. But it does feel like everything's going to come into play. Feels like, you know, it is going to feel complete, which is super important. Yeah. I'm looking at this card, and this card's looking back at me, and I'm getting a couple of different things on it. And one is like a stag in regards to a sense of stamina, endurance, like a sense of patience and just waiting it out to get there. The other thing I'm sort of getting, oh, I've lost it now. There was something else, and then, oh, kneeling. This one I'm getting this guy, somebody kneeling in here. It's actually this way that I'm actually looking at it. And it looks like someone actually kneeling or sitting here, and they're working. They're actually sitting here and they're actually doing some work. So again, I get that sense of actually needing to complete your tasks. There might be some paperwork that you need to complete, and that's going to allow things to actually start happening for you in regards to your mobile home. So it feels like, yes, it will happen, but there is some things that actually need to... Oh, thanks, Julie, for looking at the video at the Love Oracle. So, yeah, so you'll see that things will happen, but there are some steps that you need to do to actually achieve that, Mons. So, yeah, I'm not very good with time frames unless I'm using a deck specifically for, like with the zodiac signs and things like that. And I do have a playing card set that does time frames. Maybe I need to design a deck that deals with all sorts of time frames. Oh, what popped out? Okay, talking about time frames, and this was Blah was asking about time frames. Blah, I was just reading Blah's question about. I was just thinking about Blah's question in regards to time frame, and I've got Knight of Wands, so it's definitely a sort of an August, maybe July, August, maybe, or definitely within the fire sign. So I was just thinking, I don't know why August sort of came into my brain when I looked at this card for some reason. I looked at this and I just got August, went straight into my head. So Blah, looking at August maybe. So there might be a couple of months wait. I don't know why, but Mons, let me think about time frame for you. Let's see if anything pops. Oh, that just popped out here. And I got Swords. So we're looking at an airy, sort of an air sign. So I don't know what the next air sign is for you, the next air sign that's coming up. So that might be something that you might need to look at. So you might need to look at the air. I'm not really sort of getting anything as that yet. But just got, yeah, right. Okay. So anybody else with questions? Done Danny's, done Mons, Shada, Blah. Yes, Scorpio, just type in your question if you want. If anyone wants a question, just type in your question and it'll just come up when I get a chance. So Julie, yes, my Love Oracle as well. The other deck that I'm waiting, that I will get in, this is just a few of the cards, was the, if you looked at the Sacred Fractal Tarot, is the Nature Spirits Oracle as well. So these are done by photos and they're duplicated and made into something. So I'm not sure if you can see any of the faces or the shapes or something within the imagery. I see all sorts of things when I'm looking at this deck. So I can see the spirit guide, whatever way I'm looking at this, the cards, or the totem. Maybe someone in meditation or reflection. Feels very Aztec to me, this one here. This one to me was about the spiral, or being woven into the heart. So I'm waiting for the rest of those. These are photos. You're welcome, Blah. Oh, you're welcome, Mons. Thanks, Julie. So the link will be down below for the Make playing cards that all the decks are available for. I'm slowly collecting them. I've got a few of the other decks that I've created, but this is what arrived today. So I'm so excited to be using them. So it's going to take me a little while to sort of get used to them again, physically, as I've only been using them on the computer. So. And this is all digital art through Magix 7, which is one of the ones I've used. So this was all Magix 7. So yeah, quite cool. Oh, what's happening there? Right, so just waiting to see what questions anybody's got. I'll try and be on just an hour tonight because I'll be on again tomorrow, so I don't want to overtire myself. So yeah. Now this deck here, the Sacred Path Tarot, is I did the first lot with the Photoshop CS2. It was just a free Photoshop thing that I have. And then this other one was done through GIMP. The Minor Arcana were done through GIMP. So again, you'll get that some of them are done from photos, some from art that have been duplicated and played with. And then this one was done with the fractals, which is why I call it Sacred Fractal Tarot. So yeah, you can sort of see. I can see things start to appear in the cards, in the images. So yeah, I love the Five of Swords. Okay, is your design course going to be profitable? Whoa, profitable and rewarding. Now straight away, I've got patience and moderation. I've got temperance here, the healer card. So basically I get a sense of just making sure that you're not trying to rush things through. This is going to take some time. Your design course is going to, in the long term, it's about having patience. And you've got the Knight of Wands here. So the Knight of Wands is about observing. I think it's a feeling a lot about observation, not rushing into it, even though there's going to be a lot of movement with it, Julie. You will have a lot of movement with it, but it is about taking patience, having patience and being able to not be too rushed about it. Don't be too rushed about the reward or the being profitable. There is going to be a bit of an expense. What design course are you doing, Julie? My daughter is EIT, which is like a polytech or a community college here, and she's doing level 5 of her fashion design and doing really, really well. She's amazing with her fashion. You know, she's loving her design course, loving it. Okay, so we're talking about Five of Wands here. So you might have some conflicts and some struggles. There might be some inner battles or some battles and things that you will deal with. Okay, so there will be some challenges. Oh, here we go. Now we've got Knight of Cups here, but you will receive good news. There will be any news and announcements about it as you go through the process as well. You know, when you go through it, it feels like you're going to be able to announce some good stuff going on. Okay, and we're also getting Page of Cups. So I get a sense of making sure during this time, Julie, making sure that you are very in alignment with oneself. You don't feel like a fish out of water, so to speak, that you're allowing yourself not to be wounded by what others take. There will be some criticism, okay, Julie, you may get some criticism, okay, and you may feel as though you're not able to go on. There'll be those times when you feel like you'll be easily wounded by what others say, but don't take that on board. The criticism is going to be really good for you. It's going to allow you to, I got Five of Cups here, so you've got that focus on what's important. Focus on what's important instead of focusing on what's not is going to be the big thing as well, because there'll be a lot of things that come up that you just can't control, you can't worry about, okay, over the process. And here you've got Three of Pentacles here, so you will be recognized for your work, but you must also find times of working in a team. There may be other people that you may need to call on to ask for help, and that's a-okay. You don't have to do it all alone all the time. Okay, and I'm just getting another card here, and I've got the Star card here, so this is just telling me, yep, you're on to it. I feel like everything is going to move in all sorts of directions, a lot going on for you. It's going to be quite a positive card. I feel like everything's sort of going to move, or positive journey for you. Definitely going to move in the right direction. So you might find yourself with some battles. There might be some challenges. It is about observing. It is about making sure you've got all the information that you need. Definitely some news. There'll be news coming through that, you know, with you doing good. I think you'll feel like you're being recognized for who you are. You might find yourself out of a bit of an alignment. So don't take on board what everybody else thinks or hears or sees. Yeah, it will be challenging. Yeah, I feel that too. But basically says, you know, there may be some criticism or some things that you can't control, things that might be out of control for you. But you will be recognized for your work. You will be recognized as being a part of a team or being able to work. So I feel like there may be some stepping stones to where you want to be. I feel you might find yourself after the course, actually working in a team, working with someone else, maybe being part of a design team for something. So that might be part of the process as well. But you've got the Star card here, so I believe that your true self will shine through and you will achieve what you need to achieve for you. So trust in yourself, understand and acknowledge the difficult times that might be ahead for you. But I think overall it'll be positive. It'll be a positive thing. Just keep going. Just don't give up. Don't give up. And what I'm going to do, who would like a, just say yes, please. If anyone would like a Wairua Whakatanana, which is a spirit manifest or manifesting spirit card. This looks at New Zealand, Aotearoa, flora and fauna, animals, plants, and trees. It's very healing process card. This is a New Zealand artist. Her Etsy shop is Holly Rose Creative, and she does a beautiful little book with the deck as well. It's not too expensive. It's beautifully done. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's a few spreads in there to try. So if anyone would like just a message, I'll just do a card of this deck as well for everybody that would like one as well. So if you'd like a card message, this is just going to allow you to deal with maybe an area of your life, just insight. This will just be called the insight spread. And so I'll just read you what she says. The insight says, shuffle your deck and pull one card. This card will be the area of Harora that you need to turn your attention to. Because the deck is actually split into 4. The cards are split into, let me read them out to you. Of course, and it's not going to be in English. It's in Māori, but I can look at that. It is Tahawarua, which is the spirit. Okay, so that's the inner spirit that comes from within. Tahatinana, which was the now this one was I can find it. Is a physical. That's it. It was right in my head. I was about to say physical, and then oh, you're welcome, Julie. You're welcome. Next we have Tahar Hinigaro, which is mental and emotional healing. Okay, and the last one is the Taha Whanau, which is the social aspect. The social well-being cards explore interpersonal relationships. So who would like a message from the Wakatinana cards? So if you'd like a message, please say yes, please, so I know to tune into you. Because I won't tune in unless you give me, of course, full permission. I just got this is another deck that I actually got today, so I haven't worked with these yet. So this is just my chance just to do a reading and seeing, or not necessarily a reading, but a message, an insight message, a one card pull. So if you'd like a one card, we will do that because I'm going to finish. Yes, Julie. Okay, I will do first while I'm here. Julie. Oh, you got Putakawa. It's all about empowerment. So it's Putakawa is a New Zealand tree. It's like what we call our Christmas tree, if you like. Empowerment. Your roots reach deep into the earth and the wind flows freely through you. Carrying with it whispers of encouragement, you are strong, stable, and standing tall. Even the hardest storm cannot uproot you. Wow, what a beautiful message comes through. So it's about, your roots reach deep into the earth and the wind flows freely through you. Carrying with it whispers of encouragement, you are strong, stable, and standing tall. Even the harshest storm cannot uproot you. So it really brings you a sense of success in what you can achieve when you stand strong. And I think that's real confirmation with your reading. Okay, cool. So yeah, quite beautiful. So I am love the New Zealand. I love the New Zealand decks. They've got a real sacredness around them. I've got a few New Zealand decks that I'm collecting now that I've sort of been adding the videos. Isn't that cool, Julie? Tutore Fetur Seeker. It's interesting. So you get seeking card coming through as well. So it's about seeking. So, what was I going to say? The Putakawa was the was your spirit is a spiritual, is to do with the spiritual well-being. Cards explore values, beliefs, and sense of purpose. So that was your that Putakawa was the warua, which is the spiritual well-being. So that's interesting. Now this one here, just going to have a look in here because this flew out as well. So while we were still talking, so I'm going to see what this one's about. Now, like I said, I'm not used to this book yet, not used to the contents, so it's going to take me a little while to sort of find the cards because they're not in any particular order. Okay, this one is the Seeker. You have spent so much time observing how others are getting to where you want to be that you begin to develop your own technique. Or now that you begin to develop your own technique. Now is the time to begin looking elsewhere for richer opportunities. Strike out in the direction. Resources will begin to dwindle if you stay in the same area for too long. A change of scene will allow for further growth. And this one here, the Tuture Fatu is the Tahatinana, which is the physical aspects of your journey. So you're looking at your spiritual and your physical aspects. Okay, so your physical is about you moving into another place to expand. So yeah, 2 cards came out in that one as we were talking. So I find that's what happens sometimes when I'm talking to people. Cards will begin to fly, especially if I've got a message for them. So really interesting. So let's have a look, see what I think that's about it. I think I'm just about saying goodnight, to be honest, because I look at this card and I get a lot of different images in it. My first image I got was 2 people standing side by side, but with their back all standing back to back. So Julie, with this one, as I'm looking at this card here, the first thing I saw was 2 people standing with their backs to each other, like pointing in different directions. So sounds like there's different directions, different options will be given you at different times. And then I see this person standing above and watching over the process. And then I see someone down below in meditation and reflection. So there's so much going on when I start to look at the imagery of this one card here. So I'm getting like different directions, looking above and trying to see the bigger picture. Okay, so when I'm seeing it, I'm seeing like you'll be given different options to move into. So you've got to decide in which direction you're going to actually move in. It's like you're going to be looking out over and looking at the bigger picture as well is going to be super important for you. And you might find yourself in a lot of meditation, a lot of reflection is going to be really important to you so that you can make the choices that you actually want. Does that sort of, I think that sort of overall encompasses this card. Feels like there's definitely different directions you may find yourself moving in. You might need to look at things from a wider perspective. Okay, coming up with other words now. So a wider perspective as you do a lot of meditation or a lot of reflection, contemplation about the direction you actually it's more about contemplation about the direction that you actually want to move in. So that's quite interesting. So so you're wondering about reconciliation. Mr. Yor, let's have a look. Oh, why does this card keep flying out today? Okay, everybody seems to be getting this today for some reason. And we're getting it about looking at your past experiences. What wisdom, Mr. Yor, have you gained from your past experiences? Okay, you need to look at your past experiences within this situation. Okay, that's just super, super, super important. Also, I'm also getting a sense of like trust, like really listen to your gut instinct. Listen to your, what is your past experiences giving to your intuition into how you feel about the situation. What are your past experiences telling you? I think that's the biggest thing. There are some changes coming on within the whole situation. You will feel that new seeds are planted, seeds of life are planted. And it's about being love within, or be love, love your, about loving yourself and enabling you to actually feel like you radiate love, Mr. Yor. So it's about loving oneself as well. So look at your past experiences, Mr. Yor. I think this is very important for you to think about past experiences. What are they telling you? What are your past experiences telling you? There could be some changes taking place because it's about you radiating self-love. Be love. Loving who you are is going to be so part of the process and for you to move ahead. Okay. So yeah, I'm definitely getting the Alchemist is about the changes coming. So I feel like there's a lot of changes. A lot of things are merging. A lot of things are creating new. Yeah, gut never lies. That's right. Very true. If you can really listen to what your gut is telling you instead of trying to override it, it's going to make a big difference to you, Mr. Yor. So yeah, that's your message. Okay, Karine, will you have a romantic relationship this year? Okay, it says fine-tuned. So it's about tuning in. It's about doing everything that you need to do to make sure that you're prepared for what you need to achieve in. And it's how you choose to behave that's going to make a big difference. In other words, it's the actions that you choose to take that are going to allow whatever needs to come in regards to a relationship. A lot of it is about your own actions. Okay, and it might be important for you to get back to nature. So you need to spend some time outside. Might be being outside and being socializing with others can be really important. And it does say new love coming in, but is that loving yourself or loving someone else coming into the relationship? But there is definitely some things that you need to do. So you need to look at how you're preparing yourself, taking care of yourself. What do you need to let go of? How do you choose to behave and react and do all the things that you need? What action do you need to actually take? There is a thing about going back to nature, getting back to nature. So there might be something nature relation. You might need to spend some more time outside, do some stuff that's going to be an outdoor. If you choose to do an outdoor activity, okay, you might choose to do an outdoor activity on some sort. There may be new love coming in, Corinne. So I think that's a really important aspect for you to look at. And it's all about being able to communicate clearly so that you don't betray who you are as an individual. Okay, I think that's really important as well. That came up. So yeah, basically, Corinne, I feel like it's all about preparation. It's all how you choose to behave, how you choose to react to the situation. Do you choose to spend some time outside? Maybe if you choose to spend some time outside, you're going to find the new love coming into your life, a new romance and everything. And it's also looking at not betraying yourself too. Don't compromise. Don't compromise yourself as well. And how you choose to communicate is going to be part of the process as well. So there you are. That I feel is the readings, and that is me just about ready to say good night, I think. So yeah, that is going to be the messages for tonight. So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, so you know when my next videos will come live, or when I upload my next videos. Don't forget to check out the channel. Don't forget to check out the channel. You'll see the links there, links down below. Unseen Ellie from readings and things like that. There's other links for that as well. There's my Patreon. Make playing cards to see the decks that I've showed, my decks that I've created. So thanks, Julie. I'm about ready to settle down. It's now 8 p.m. So I'm ready to settle. So with the Love Oracle here, with the Sacred Fractal, and this is not all the cards, of course, I've got to print them out, but there will be a Nature Spirits Oracle. There's other tarot and oracle decks, a Lenormand deck, Lotteria deck that I've created as well. They're all available on Make Playing Cards. You'll see them in the playlist, Tuesday Unboxing. So yeah, that's me. So I hope you've enjoyed. I hope everything's a-okay with your reading. Do come back and reflect, contemplate on the message. If you didn't quite understand something, come back when it's uploaded again, when it's been processed, and re-listen to the message again and look at the colors, look at the images and see what else has come through. Oh, Flower Bloom, does he love me? Okay, I'll do that and then I'm going to say goodnight. I'll do that for you. Still got about 4 minutes. So you're lucky. You caught me in time. Does he love me? What is the nature of Flower Bloom? Okay, we're going to connect to the wild woman that lies with the wild woman within you. Okay, and about, are you seeing the past? So it could be something about connecting to the past life. Maybe you're connecting to a past connection with this person. And love makes life spin. Can't get you out of your mind. So you're obviously thinking a lot about, oh, maybe there's a sense too of him thinking a lot about you. Can't get your life's in a frame. Okay, so I feel like everything's sort of moving in the right direction. Everything's contained or in the way that it's supposed to. There is a gap in the wall. So there is something missing from the whole picture. So there is something that we might not be quite seeing. Let's see. That was interesting. So Flower Bloom, yeah, I really feel like it's connecting to the wild side of you as well, and looking at your past experiences as well, and trying to, and you know, is that what you're looking at? Are you looking at past experiences instead of just being in the now, that sort of stuff? And it seems like as you're thinking about, does he, you know, what is his feelings towards you? Love makes the life spin, so it feels like that love's really important to him on some level. Maybe he is thinking about you at some stage. Feels like something's contained within the moment. So maybe he has like an ideal picture of what he expects from the situation, but he feels maybe that there is something missing, something's not quite right there. And here you've got the Knight of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles to me is a slow and steady. It's a slow and steady journey. It's a journey that can't be rushed. Hi, Billabani. It's a journey that can't be rushed, and it's like things. It's okay to. It does talk about material gain, and it's okay to sort of have a little bit of luxury in your life, or you know, a little bit of leisure. It's all right to sort of have some fun with the situation. And here you've got the King of Wands, which sort of is that there is a creative passion. I'm sort of getting a very loving energy. Why is your connection to your internet connection, Billabani? Okay, I'm good. I've just got 2 of my own creations arrived. So just really quick for Flower Bloom. I feel like he does think about you, but he does feel like something's missing from the whole situation. So I just feel like, yeah, there's some passion. There's a mature love, sort of a mature lover in a way. I feel like there's quite a sort of an old soul going on there. It feels like things are sort of moving in the right direction. But it's going to be a very slow journey. It's not something you can rush, Flower Bloom. Yeah, I'm really on my last one. I really need to put up that screen. So, Bilabani, I'll do you a quick reading and then I will close up and I better put this up because I really need to say, I try not to be on for too long because I'm on tomorrow night as well, but I will give you a quick reading. So what's your question, Bilabani? Before I decide which deck I'm actually going to use first, what's your question? You're welcome, Flower Bloom. Now, don't forget, if I've done a reading for you tonight, come back and listen to it at any time. It will be uploaded. It will be staying on the channel, so you can come back and listen to it. Yep. So, Bilabani, I just need your question. And then I will finish up. I'm just waiting for a question. So yeah, I'm really pleased with the new decks that have come in today. So pretty exciting. I've got the Love Oracle and the Sacred Fractal Tarot tonight. So we're just waiting for a question and then I'll be able to give you an answer. So yeah, just waiting for a question. So while we do that, I'm just going to pull one of the Waruar Whakatinana card. And so the message for the moment is Hugh Provider. So let's have a look at this. Okay, so this is in relation to the social, the Taha Whanau social well-being cards, which explore interpersonal relationships. So the message is you know just how to care for those around you, often fighting a current to do so that many don't see. Be sure to allow yourself time to recover and regain some energy. Be sure to remind yourself that this is not selfish, as you are important too. This is a blue duck, by the way. So this is about taking care of yourself. So I'm just waiting for a question. So I'm not quite sure because I really want to sign off. So just sort of was just waiting for a question from Bilabani. Whoops. Straight away we've got the this is flowing out again. Knight of Pentacles. So again, that slow journey. Three of Cups celebrating. So there's definitely a celebration coming up. Slow and steady process, and it is going to be about celebrating. It's about a party of some sort. I don't remember what these cards look like. Two of Cups, it feels like there's a give and take in the relationship. It's going to be certainly Two in Cups, and that could be about give and take within yourself as well. So 5 of Pentacles, you know, focusing on being led out of the cold, if you like, being overcoming any challenges. It is about being led out of the cold and into the warmth, which is super important. And it could be a sense of, you know, what are you learning, or are you, you know, what lessons are you learning in life as well? You know, what are your faiths and your beliefs is super important as well. And the last card I've got here, well, I didn't do a really good colour with the colours on this card. 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords is that whole sense of releasing the stress and worry that's been plaguing you at this time. You know, I think it's about releasing the plague of worry. So I'm not quite sure what your question actually was, but this is what's coming in from the cards. So 5 of Cups. Some things in life, you know, we cannot control. Oh, is that 5 of Swords? Oh, no, it was 2. Well, it was 2 of Cups, that's right. I said that. 2 of Cups and 5 of Cups. So like I said, I can't read very well today. So you're getting a lot of emotional stuff going on here. It's reminding you to stay grounded. There's not a lot of thought going into it. There's not a lot of movement. It's very slow and process as well. And there's a lot of learning to do. You know, what lessons are you learning in this journey is super important. So yeah, one more I think I'll do. It talks about 3 of Pentacles. So know that you're not alone, that you can, with other people, you know, be with others. And we're just going to throw you a friendships are going to be super important for you at this time too. Spending a lot of time with friends, and then you've got your 3 of Cups there celebrating and that as well. I think it's being with like-minded people are going to be super important for you, Bilabani. So there you are. That's me. I am finished for the night. So I'm going to say good night, take care, and blessed be.